Good morning, it's just me. So hop on today because I have a very exciting show for you. I was literally running around the store because this idea kind of came to me as the morning was developing. So I was very last minute trying to put some things together. We did pre-record a show, so Misha and Kat are both traveling to various destinations right now. Kat's going to Florida, Misha's going to Texas, and it really got me thinking about packing for trips, right? Because you need to be able to optimize your wardrobe. So we pre-recorded this whole show, showed some really cute mix and match outfits, but I was like, you know what? Let me just take it to the next level and show some sorrelli with it, okay? Because that's very exciting. But I'm going to show you all of these different combinations that we don't talk about later and show you how you can mix them together and optimize that wardrobe. So that is what we're talking about today. I'm Alyssa, if you don't know, and I am with Blooming Boutique. We have 3 locations in Southern Delaware, 2 in Lewis, 1 in Long Neck, and we would love for you to come shop with us in person. We serve slushies at the Lewis location 7 days a week, 363 days a year. So it's always a party here. We love to have fun. Christina says, love seeing you. Great idea. I know. Just wait. If you guys could see the chaos around me, it's pretty hilarious. So I've got like boxes of sorrelli. I've got all these different things on hangers, but I'm very excited about today's show. So but everything you see, so maybe you aren't local or you don't get here super often, everything you see is available on bloomingboutique.com. When you go there, click the little banner up at the top that says click for today's show. It is going to drop down with the entire show. So my little craziness, and you're going to see Misha actually wearing a variation of this outfit, as well as everything that we're going to show here later today. So very excited. That pre-recorded show will launch, assuming I can get, technology to work, around 2 p.m. today. So you can stay tuned for that. They'll talk about their full fits as well. But I'm going to talk about some brand new pieces first. So this is the brand new white Tencel jacket. And you guys know we have been loving our Tencel this week. Brand new really to us. We had a denim look last year in Tencel, but really excited to expand this, and that Lulu B expanded this year. Dresses, jackets, we haven't even gotten into the tops yet. So very, very exciting. And the fabric, it's a sustainable fabric made actually from wood, which is kind of cool, eucalyptus. So love that it's sustainable, very, very cool, but it's so soft. It's crazy. And Misha, she tried it on yesterday for our pre-record show. She took it to Texas with her. She was like, I don't need another white jacket, but she was like, but I need this jacket. So I love the Tencel. It is $99.99. And if you are just hopping on with me today, definitely let me know that you're here. Feel free to ask questions. I love responding back to questions and helping answer, because I know sometimes online shopping is hard. So here we go. Tencel jacket, very similar to our linen from Lulu B and Tango. They've got that great linen jacket, but this one is finished on the sides. There is no fray, which is nice. Sort of gives you a little bit of an elevated look. And it does have the button here on the sleeve as well, which I love, because first of all, if you're just a sleeve roller, like you don't like longer sleeves, really nice, pulls back very easily, but it also helps you to show off your jewelry. So we're going to talk about sorrelli today. So you'll always see Misha in the photos. She is constantly like dripping in sorrelli and E. Newton. So if you love that bracelet stack look, these jackets are really great for showing that off. So $99.99 for the Tencel jacket, extra small through 1X. I am in the size medium. Now we have this cha-cha top that we had received previously. I got myself all hooked up here. And we just recently got in the skirts. So I have some brand new skirts for you. Good morning, Bonnie. But the cha-cha tops we love, because you can go out to dinner, you can sit down at the bar, you know, and you don't have to worry about any bulging. It's not going to add any extra bulk, but it's fun, it's playful. I find myself grabbing them all the time in my wardrobe, whether it's just a casual day or I'm going out for a date night. So, Beth says, you look great. Love the turtles. Happy Friday. Yes, I know. And Misha actually in the photo is wearing this with the Cha-Cha skirt, which is a brand new debut for today. But I am wearing it with the smooth skirt. So you do have some options, right? This looks like a dress, but it is not. It is 2 pieces. And so I can easily take this. I've got to pull my stage left, right? And if you wanted, you could pair this with a solid, okay? There is actually blue in this print, which is nice. So there's bright periwinkle and blue in it. You could go ahead and pair a solid skirt and it would look adorable. You could still use your white jacket if you wanted. So you get lots of mix and match options, which is great if we're traveling, especially to those warm weather destinations. You know, you're on a cruise, you want to make the most of your wardrobe because you don't have all of that packing space. You know, when you're driving, I kind of like those because I can just fill my whole car and I say, I'm taking everything. I'll decide when I get there. But this is the skirt that Misha's wearing in the pictures on the website. This is the Cha-Cha. So if you want to go ruffle, you can totally do that. And it's great, especially if you're not necessarily proportioned the same on top and on bottom. So you can have a different size top and a different size bottom, which is very cool. Good morning, Kathy. So you've got some options here. I'm going to talk real quick about the turtle skirt. So this is the smooth skirt, just launching today, $79.99, and it is that zip skirt. So it is going to have a little zipper right there on the side. Also has the boy shorts underneath, which is very cool. And then you also have the Cha-Cha skirt, $84.99. All of these are available sizes extra small through 1X. But this is when things got crazy. So I was running around in the store and I just wanted to show you that you could do the standard basic tank, which we also showed in the pre-record show with the smooth skirt. But maybe you want sleeves, you don't want a layering piece. You could also easily do one of their short sleeves tops with this or the Cha-Cha, right? So you've got so many options. I love how easy Lulu B makes it to just create, put together looks, whether you're looking for the matching set or the, you know, that faux dress look, or you're looking for mix and match separates, right? So you could pair this with blue, bright periwinkle, pink. There's like clear turquoise in here. You've got a lot of options. And I couldn't help myself. I had to grab a few layering pieces, so I'm going to show you a few of these. I'm actually going to just put this crystal one on because I think it plays nicely with my sorrelli. So I really like the new turtle print with blue. I think that is my favorite for my skin tone. It just really pops, but I am going to show you some other options too because, you know, it's nice to have some versatility. So this light line is going to be the bright periwinkle and the border lines are this blue color. So if you have some blue in your closet, it's going to work with this top. Gail says, finally I'm here. Good morning. Good morning, Gail. Okay, so first of all, how cute is this with sorrelli? This was our new crystal cardigan, new for 2026, and we love it. It comes in a few different colors. Black, I already bought it in white, but I'm gonna need it in blue. But really, really fun. And the crystal just really takes it up a notch. I've worn it multiple times on date nights. I love it over a little dress. It's just perfect. Beth says, love the sweater. I know, this was totally a last minute addition as I was oozing in my sorrelli. I said, you know what, I've got to add that. But really, really fun. The cardigans, again, available sizes, extra small through 1X. I am in the medium in everything that I'm wearing today. So pretty simple. The only thing will be one jacket. We already sold the medium, so I am in the small. So love the sparkles on the sweater. I know, how fun is that? It just takes it up a notch and it's not over the top either. So really, really nice option there. But now I'm going to get into my sorrelli. And you've seen Misha. She is like the queen of layering jewelry. And I'm always so jealous. I'm like, I need to just take the time to do this because it looks so good. So here we have the Ocean Octavia repeating tennis necklace. So that is going to be this one here. And what I love about this one is it has lots of blues and greens. So it works really well with this print, but it's just going to work with so much of my Lulu B. I just think that it's a really versatile color because there are so many. And it's got that kind of interesting, the Octavia cut is what they call it. So it's like that little bit of a rectangle with all the facets. So it really catches the light. And it also pairs really nicely with paper clip. So that's why I chose to do a paper clip necklace with it. And this is the Ocean Delight pendant necklace, the Naya necklace. And I love that Ocean Delight, so I decided to pull out the blue color, but you could go crystal, you could go, you could do pearl even if you wanted, because there's some white mixed in here. But $78 for the Ocean Delight, and then this one is $160. So really fun. What I also love about them is that they were really designed for layering, because they come with a 16-inch, that's the length, but then a 4-inch lead. So it was so easy, right? I just made this one smaller, made this one longer. And they have nice size lobster claws that they're really easy to use. You know, if you're putting jewelry on and off, that is something that's very, very important to me, is that ease of use, you know? I don't have time in the morning to be like struggling putting on my jewelry. June says, I love it. I have the navy one. Yeah, people are really loving the sparkles on the sweater. And how much do they pick up that jewelry? I think it is so fun. And then I have some matching earrings. Now I wanted to show you that with sorrelli, it's really fun because they have lots of different shapes, right? So we've got sort of that rectangle cut again. We have circles. We've got tinier, you know, there's just a lot of variety. But you can mix and match, right? Like I think these look really nice together. And these are the circles. These are the Ocean Mara statement earrings. But I have to show you this because it is the largest earring back I've ever seen in my life. Look at how cool that is. It's huge. So Misha, you know, she's always losing her earring backs. No, not with this one. Very, very easy to put on. And then, you know, I feel like it really doesn't get lost, but it's also not gaudy, right? It's not too much with the outfit. And I love, there's something about a dangle earring to me. It always just, it elongates you a little bit and it makes me feel like I look skinnier. Kat and I were having this conversation when I was on vacation. I was trying to pick an earring between a post, like a stud, and something that was long. She was like, you always do long. I was like, something about the face shape, it just works. So I love these though. They are just a bright assortment of blues. So if you have a lot of blue in your wardrobe, I highly recommend these. And if you're local, I really recommend coming in and seeing our sorrelli collection in store. So you can check out Treasures in Lewis or Longneck. They have these gorgeous displays. So it's so impressive when you see it all together. It's just amazing. Like I could shop in here for hours. Okay, so here we go. I wanted to show one that was not as big, right? And I love that it does sort of like this squiggle pattern as well. But on one side, you have crystals, and on the other side, it kind of looks like E. Newton. So it's just that classic bead there. So if you have E. Newton, these will pair, this one will pair really, really nicely with it. And this one is the mini crystal, again in Ocean Delight. Ocean Delight, if you see that name, that's going to be very similar to like your blue or bright periwinkle color in Lulu B. So if you're trying to match your jewelry to your outfits from Lulu B, that's one of the things that you can look for. Ocean and Ocean Delight for sure. And then I had picked the Ocean London stretch bracelet. So again, very, very stretchy. These are very easy to put on and off, right? So There you go, it's off, and now it's on. Another thing that I love about stretch bracelets, they also make really great gifts. So if you don't know somebody's size, this is a way to go. And this one is 135. The London is one of their classic cuts. It's very, very popular. I like it because it's a little bit more substantial. It's definitely going to catch the light. There's lots of facets in it. And it's very, very comfortable. Misha wears them every single day, and they are just holding up great. We are so excited about this line. And mostly excited just because of how nicely it pairs with all of our resort wear. You know, so we carry resort wear 365 days a year, and it's nice to have jewelry that complements it so well. So a couple other things that I wanted to show, because I did want to show you that different shapes look good together. So if you're trying to go like chunky monkey, right, here you go. Look at that guy. Super, super fun. This one actually has some weight to it. And if you're like me, I actually really love a bracelet that's got some heft to it. It's not like you're not going to be doing curls, right? But it definitely has some weight to it. And this is in the same exact colorway. So these two look really fun together. And you can mix and match and like put one on one arm and one on the other, and, you know, play with the different shapes. This also pairs really, really nicely with the necklace. So if you were looking to get a set for yourself or somebody else, you could go ahead and get those two. They look really fun together. And because I was adding things last minute, this one will show in the collection a little bit lower. It's actually showing on page 2 because I went crazy and added all of these things to today's show. And then this one is called the Ocean Everyday, and this is an emerald cut. So a little, I mean, just look at that sparkle. That is insane. It is so pretty. $149. I know it sort of like stopped me in my tracks. I couldn't say anymore. What I do want to know, do any of you have any upcoming trips? I'm trying to plan one to Bermuda. I haven't decided exactly where to stay yet, but I would love to go there. I've never been there before. So, and I know some of you have been because you were telling me about it. So this center one, if you wanted to go more solids, they have that option as well. This is the Blue Delight. So again, you can see like, look how fun that is just as a bracelet stack. And then you mix in some E. Newton, even some John Maderas would look nice. You've got a lot of options with Sorrelli. And it just makes you feel good. Like, it is so energizing. But this one is the Blue Delight. And this one is a little bit larger. So this one is an 8-inch. Okay. So, and the rest I believe are 7.5s. So if you need a little bit of extra width, that is what I would recommend to go with. Okay. So we've talked about a lot of things, but I am going to show you a few other jacket options and introduced one that I just sort of quietly launched onto the website, and I wanted to definitely give it its moment in the sun. So this is the blue crystal cardigan. We have a new periwinkle, bright periwinkle, but I do want to show how it dyes on this fabric because it's a little bit different. Now, I like playing with my colors. I like when things are a little bit different, but I do want to call out, it is not an exact match. This is what they call the bright periwinkle. I think it looks great. I was trying it on in the mirror and I was like, oh, does it work? I do think it works. Really, really fun though. And people have been snagging this one up because this with like just a white tank, you know, there's a lot of use that you'll get out of this one. Even if you're like, hey, it's not exactly the same, the same color, right? But this cardigan is just one of our favorites. It is so, so comfortable. It does run pretty true to size as their sizing goes. So I'm in a medium. Again, comes in sizes extra small through 1X there. So giving you the options this morning and showing you just how different you can make your looks. There's a horn going off down the street. Someone is like running down the street. Christina says, I love the muted look. I know. And that's why I was like, you know what? I love this because to me, this is like a to each his own. and you just need to pick the one that suits you best. So this one is the new light tencel. Now this is actually called clear periwinkle. I don't know why we had to have so many shades of periwinkle and call them basically periwinkle. So clear periwinkle versus bright periwinkle. So if you see those on the website, they are different. I love this one though. Again, another muted option for you. That tencel fabric, I am telling you, you guys are just gonna love it. It is so soft. I know some of you ordered it this week. I can't wait for you to get it because it's just, you just want to go like this the whole day. May cause distractions. I am in the size small. I would definitely go with the medium. So it's fine for showing, but in terms of like range of motion, there's not stretch in this. So I'm going to want to go true to size in it. And then we also showed, which Misha will demonstrate here later today in the pre-record, bright periwinkle in the linen. Just looks fabulous with this. So giving you one more option yet. This is also one of my favorite choices for it. Again, this one's a little bit different from the tencel. You can see that it does have the fray there, both at the sleeve and here in the center and at the collar. But really fun, all different looks. You can just, and I only showed a small selection of what we have in terms of cardigans and just arm coverage, period. Gail says, I love them all. I know, they're really fun. So no matter your body shape, no matter your colors, this will work. And Lulu B has so many options, right? If you want short sleeve tanks or long sleeve, you've got options for mix and match. You can create the faux dress of your dreams. So that was my crazy show. One man band. I'm gonna go join the circus now. But I hope you guys had a great day. And Beth says, great all around layering piece. I'm not sure which one you were talking about. I think the tencel, but I agree with you really on any of them. I think they're great. But have a fabulous day. Watch out for that pre-recorded show with Kat and Misha. They show some really cool looks, and they're going to show you from head to toe how it fits. And yeah, so have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll see you out and in the stores. If not, we'll catch you online. Have a great day.